Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today in this video we're going to be talking and going back to basics, talking all things leader materials, okay, and how to make your own. So it's going to be a good video, so let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. Apologies that I haven't uploaded for maybe best part of 3-4 weeks now. Life's just got in the way. We've been away on holiday, work's been crazy, and I just haven't had the time to make any videos or go out fishing for that matter. So that's why we've been a bit quiet on the social media. However, we are back, and today we're going to talk all about leaders. We're going to go back to basics. So this is aimed at all the beginners out there who are maybe sick of buying their own pre-tied leaders, which are expensive these days, and want to maybe start making their own and experimenting with different lengths, etc, etc. So what is a leader material then? So a leader material is a section of line between the main line and the lead and your hook bait, okay? What this provides is a little bit extra security and strength towards the rig end. So if we take a look at the Nash Klingon leader that I've got in my hand here, this is a braided leader, okay? You can get fluorocarbon leaders, mono leaders, all different types, okay? For me though, I'll always use a braid. I just think it's really strong, it's very abrasive resistant, I just have ultimate confidence in it. So not only does it offer strength, so if the fish was to pick up your hook bait and dive into some snags, this is going to give you that extra security. However, another benefit to having a good leader, and particularly a fast sinking one or heavy one, is the concealability of it, okay? So Nash Klingon, it's a really good leader. I still prefer the Catran stuff. However, this really is very subtle, and you know, it does fall over contours, and what that's going to do is, because it's a lot heavier than the main line, it's going to sink, it's going to pin down, and it's also going to conceal your hook bait and stop the fish from really bumping into anything, especially like this, really thick. It's going to spook them. So get it down rather than just having your mono or whatever you've got on the spool going straight to the lead, and you're fishing a short hook link. You've got plenty of things for the fish to bump into. So for me, I like a good length of leader material. I have confidence it's pinned everything down, and I've got a good working area for the fish to have a mooch around it. So we'll talk about length then. Obviously you can get your pre-tied leaders. I'm not a big fan of them. I was when I started, don't get me wrong. I didn't know how to tie leaders, didn't know how to make my own. However, as with everyone, and I'm sure you guys will agree that you sort of just progress. It's like buying ready tied rigs. You end up getting to a stage where, do you know what, I'm going to try, I'm going to do it myself. So this video is aimed at those beginners who are looking to make their own leaders. Like I said before, they are expensive to buy in the shops. However, if you do make your own, you can customize them. You can select the length. You know, if you want to go 8 foot, 7 foot, 2 foot, you could, you know, it's your choice at the end of the day. And I believe that leader length, material, and breaking strain are all personal preference. So don't get sucked into what the marketing managers say on YouTube and Facebook and all the rest of it. Just choose your own. That's my best advice, really. So when we're picking a length then, for me personally, if I'm using a 10-foot rod, I'll be looking at maybe 4 foot of leader material, 5 foot tops. You know, if fishing a 12-13 foot rod, I'll be looking at maybe 6 foot, 7 foot of leader material. That's just my personal preference. If you guys think that's too much, then drop a comment below. Let me know why you think it's too much, or if it's not enough. So before we get started then, I'm going to go through some of the basic tools that you will need in order to create your own leader material. So first things first, then we're going to need a leader material. So like I said before, this is the Nash Klingon leader. I don't use this. This is just a spare spool that I had from a while ago. I just like using the Catran stuff. However, this is really good if you are looking for a leader material, and it's actually really easy to work with as well. So a good leader material is essential. Please don't skimp on that. Then we're going to need a gated latch needle. Okay, it's important that it does have a gate on it, and I'll explain why in a little while. We next have a knot puller. Obviously, I think everyone's got these, even if you're making rigs. We need that to bed everything down. And you're also going to need a good pair of braid scissors. These are ones from Catron. I've done a review on these. These are absolutely mint, and they do not fray the edges, and that's important as well, especially when it comes to your strength. So what we're going to do then is, I've got a length here of the Klingon leader. It's about 4 foot, so I'll do that for the demonstration purposes. So the first thing we're going to do then is we're going to grab the end of the Klingon leader, and what we're going to do is we're going to work maybe the gated latch needle length and then half again. So we'll look to do it about here. So it's probably, oh, I don't know, 5-6 inches maybe. And then all we're going to do is we're going to open the latch on the needle, and then we're going to, it's hard to explain, but we're going to grab the hook and stick that into the center of the leader material and then work it round. And what we'll end up doing is we'll actually end up going inside the actual leader itself. It is fiddly, don't get me wrong. So once you've got it in there then, what you're going to end up with is something that looks a little bit like this, okay? So you can see there the latch needle is actually inside the leader material itself. And then all we're going to do is we're going to push this down until we get to about 2 inches away from the end of the actual leader material. Once we get to this stage, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to actually just break out of the actual leader material itself by just pulling down here and showing the end of the baiting needle, okay, so the latch needle. And what we're going to do is, because the latch needle is actually thicker near the handle, we're going to push all this leader material down over that. What this does is it stretches the fibres, and it's going to make it easier for us to feed the tag end into the middle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab the tag end and we're going to attach it to the end of the actual latched needle, okay? So what we're going to do, we're not going to grab it right at the end, because what will happen is the fibres will just tear apart, okay? So we're going to maybe give it 10 mil from the edge of the tag end. So now we have something that looks like this. Okay, so we've grabbed the tag end about 10 mil from the end. Now what we're going to do is, all we're going to do now is pull all of this excess material now over that and pull the needle through. And what that will do is it will create as a loop, and the tag end will go inside the latched needle and inside the braid. So we'll pull that up all the way. It looks something like that. So now it's going inside, okay? Now what we can do is actually put our knot puller on that knot, like so, and continue to pull the baiting needle out. Okay, and then once we're out, we can let go, and now we have something that looks like this. So we've got a tag end coming out of the side of the leader material here, and we've also got our loop, which is here. It's important that you put something in the end to stop you from pulling it all the way through, because then it's pointless. You end up just ruining that section of the leader material. From there then, we're just going to pull now, and that will bed everything down like so. And now we have our spliced section, okay, and we can take that off there. Now that is about as small of a hole as you're going to get, okay? And the reason we need that so small is that when it's travelling through the eyes, it doesn't damage them, it doesn't wear down the leader material, okay? You can literally just put your spooled line through there, tie it on with an Albright knot, and you're good to go. What I'm going to show you now is how we will attach, for example, if we were making an inline drop-off lead, okay, we'd have a double ring swivel like this one, okay? It's got two larger rings at one end and then a smaller one at the other, okay? So when we make our drop-off inline, we attach our braid, if we're going to splice it on, to one of the big rings, okay? Then what happens is we put the leader material around the lead and we push the smaller ring swivel into the actual lead itself, okay? And then the rig goes on the spare ring here. What that enables it to do then is to drop the lead, okay? So it's perfect for solid bag rigs where you want to drop the lead. So The way that we splice these on is we get to this position, which is where we're at now. So we've threaded the needle through the braid itself. We're going to break out and we're going to push it all the way down to stretch those fibers, okay? What we need to do now then is actually get the tag end and put one of our chosen rings on there, fiddly. So we've now got our tag end trapped, we've got our ring swivel in there, and now all we're going to do is do exactly what we did before and just pull the tag end through the centre of the braid. So we're in that position, we've pulled it through, okay. We've got our loop at the bottom there, okay. And what we're going to do is grab hold of the swivel, pull our baiting needle as far as it'll go, push all the excess over it, so we pull the tag end out of the end, okay. Remove our latched needle, so we've got our tag end, we've spliced on our swivel, and all we're going to do is grab the swivel, pull the main part of the line, and it'll stretch out because we've compacted everything. And then all we're going to do is really bed that down. It's not going to go anywhere. We've now spliced on our drop off inline swivel, so that's ready to use, because at the other end we've created our loop for our main line to go through. So that's where you need to be, and that will be your leader material. So that's a very quick introduction into leader materials and how to splice your loops into those leaders to enable you to connect them to your main line, and also how to attach different items at the end. So we went through on this example the drop-off inline lead setup, okay? So simple swivel, double ring swivel on the end there, ready for my lead for my solid bag fishing, okay? Obviously, it's not exhaustive, this list, so you can put anything you want on there. So it's great for splicing on lead clips, for example. Also got the Corda heli safes as well. You can splice your own on there. The possibilities are endless, and I think that everyone should fish with some form of leader material at the end. Thank you very much for watching this video. I know it's only a quick one. I have literally just gone an hour just to put a video together for you guys, because I don't like not uploading. It's irritated me how busy life has been with work. Specifically, my holiday was really good. However, work's just getting in the way. So really good to be back and start doing these videos again. We've done the leader today. The next video I'm going to do is actually setting up the drop-off inline lead setup, which is one of my favourite setups. So we'll be using this leader that we've made today, but I'll also be showing you what rig I use at the end of my solid bag fishing. Okay, so stay tuned for that one. Moving forward, obviously we've got a few more ideas lined up for videos for you guys, a few more reviews, a few more tackle tutorials, okay, but we're going to do a little mini series on different rigs, okay, and different setups that I use. So as mentioned, we'll do the leader with the solid bag rig, and then I'll show you how to set up my exact helicopter setup and my exact lead clip setup. So we'll do sort of 3 mini series so that you guys can maybe use them, maybe give me some hints and tips, let me know what you're using, etc, etc. Obviously we are nearly at that 1,000 subscribers. It's really exciting. Once again, as always, if you have liked this video, then please like it, subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you think of this video, specifically how I splice, you know, my thoughts on leader materials, and let me know if you have any ideas for any future videos that you would want me to do. But other than that, that is me, and I'll see you in the next one.